Hi everyone, I am here today to do a video type that I've not done, must be close to a year. I fell very out of love with doing, that dog is adorable, but seriously, why now? So I fell very out of love with doing just sit down videos and just didn't feel inspired, didn't want to, didn't enjoy, and so I didn't. And now I'm sort of back with some enthusiasm again to do a bit more normal booktube content. So I'm here with a book haul, specifically an ebook haul. Because I've got so many purchases to catch up on, I'm just gonna not worry about a lot of last year and what I picked up last year. I'm going to just continue this as a fresh start this year, which is still a bit of a pain as we are now in April. This video is going to cover all of the ebooks that I purchased in January. Yes, you read the title correctly. I bought over 40 ebooks in January. In my defense, I tend to buy a lot of my Kindle books when they're at 99p. So this is like £40 worth of books, but still, I think I used some vouchers. Yeah, I think I had a voucher for Amazon for some of this too, so part of it was a Christmas present. So the first book I purchased in, and this is going to be quite a and these are the books I purchased because, yeah, there's 43. We don't want to be here all day. So the first book that I purchased was Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I've actually already read this. I read this during the Bookoplathon a few weekends ago. So I'll leave that video linked in the description in case you want to check that out and see my thoughts on it. Next I bought Midwinter Murder by Agatha Christie. I just keep acquiring Agatha Christie books because I want to just read all of her work, quite frankly. Next we have The Devil and the Dark Water by Stuart Turton. I bought this because I have been desperate to read the 7 or 7.5, whichever you want to call it, Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I've been hearing so many things about that I think I'm going to love it, and I do own it, I just haven't read it yet. So assuming I'm going to like his writing, I thought I'd get this too. Logic. Then we have This Is How It Always Is by Laurie Frankel. Wonderland by Juno Dawson. I mean, I have read so many Juno Dawson books at this point and I'm in love. So this was a must buy at 99p. Then we have The Alibi Girl by CJ Skuse. This is an author that quite a few people are addicted to at this point, I'd say. I mean, Victoria, specifically at what Victoria read, will be very pleased I've bought this, I'm sure. Then we have The Once and Future Witches by Alix E. Harrow. This is a book that I keep seeing people rave about, so very excited to check it out. Then I bought quite a few books in a series because they were 99p each, and so assumed I would like the series and bought them all except for the first one that I already own. And that is the D.I. Calendar series by Helen Fields. So I bought Perfect Prey, Perfect Death, Perfect Silence, Perfect Crime, and Perfect Kill. And hopefully I get around to reading the first book soon, as I've owned it quite a long time, and hopefully I end up liking it, or this was silly of me. Then I got Home Before Dark by Riley Sager because this is a book that so many people love. I wanted to check it out. Next we have Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher, which is the first book in the Codex Alera series. I also managed to quite chuffingly get Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer for 99p, which was quite a victory because I wasn't totally against the idea of reading it, because I was wanted to read it quite desperately back when there was buzz around it and it got leaked, and I read the leaked bit and enjoyed it and got quite annoyed over the years that she didn't ever continue on with it. I understood why she didn't, but I got annoyed about it. And when she got to the point where she was finally going to be releasing it last year, I was at the point where I was like, I'm kind of over it now. I want to read it, I guess, but I'm not desperate to. So my idea was just wait until it popped up cheap and then grab it. Next we have The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. I've never read any Nicholas Sparks and I thought, why not give this a go? Then we have The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix. I also picked up Every Last Secret by A.R. Torre. The Famous Five Collection 3, which is books 7 to 9 by Enid Blyton. I've read a few Famous Five books and I've been collecting these omnibus editions so I can just kind of binge read them at some point. Dragonfly and Amber, which is the second Outlander book by Diana Gabaldon. I've not even read the first book. I've not watched the TV show. I've just got this thing where I'm like, yeah, I'll just get it because it's 99p and I'm probably going to enjoy it. And then I can marathon it. This hasn't yet failed me as a thing to do, to be fair. So we won't knock it. Next up, Someone We Know by Shari Lapina. I've read all her other books, I think, so I want to read this one ASAP. Then we have a few more Garth Nix books. So I've got Sabriel, Lyriel, Abhorsen, Clariel, Golden Hand, and To Hold the Bridge. I've never read any Garth Nix, so I did that author thing again where I just go, yeah, well, I'll just get them all while I'm here. Next we have St. Clair's Collection Books 1 to 3, another collection by Enid Blyton. I've never read any of these, but I'm excited to try out some more Enid Blyton books. Loads of people love this next book, and that is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. So I was like, okay, give it a go. Then we have Lost Cause, which is the 8th Detective Kelly Porter book by Rachel Lynch. I've definitely read one of her books, but I can't think which one it was, which will be why I was collecting the series, because I'll have been like, I enjoyed that one. I mean, at least I've read it this time before going and collecting the series, rather than just collecting the series hoping I'll like it. Then we have The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn, which is the 2nd Bridgerton book. No, I've not read the first one. No, I've not seen the Netflix show. Yes, I do own the first one. I'm so predictable. Then we have The Kingdom by Jo Nesbo. The Pembrokeshire Murders by Steve Wilkins and Jonathan Hill. I saw this popping up quite a bit at the beginning of the year as like a TV show and thought it looked interesting when I got around to watching it. Sorry, I'm getting such a numb bum. I need to sort this recording room out. I don't think I'd ever necessarily get around to watching the TV show, but I thought that the book might be a better bet for me. Next we have The Authenticity Project by Claire Pooley. Too Much and Never Enough by Mary L. Trump. Little Doubt, which is the 7th book in the D.I. Kelly Porter series by Rachel Lynch. Pemberley, Mr. Darcy's Dragon, which is the 1st book in the Jane Austen Dragons series by Maria Grace. Okay, so I saw this on Amazon for 99p and I was like, that looks like it could be a lot of fun. Pride and Prejudice retelling but with dragons. I am quite eager to try this out. Next we have The Other Passenger by Louise Candlish. I also got Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. Just My Luck by Adele Parks. First Date by Sue Watson. Bad Girls by Jacqueline Wilson. I've been collecting Jacqueline Wilson books for quite some time now. Kind of want to just sit and read as many of them as I can at some point in some sort of marathoning session. Then we have The Birthday, which is the 1st book in the Detective Natalie Ward series by Carol Wire. This is an author who I've read a couple of books of already, one of which was a crime thriller, the other was a contemporary. I really like her writing. She writes books set in Staffordshire and Derbyshire sort of area in the UK, and that's where I was born and where I am now, so very happy to be trying out another one of her books when I read this one. And that was indeed the last book. So yeah, 43 books plus collections. So if that was all I'd bought this year, we'd be doing okay. But there's a reason why this haul has been split into separate parts. So yeah, I'll see you very soon with part 2, I guess. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me. And I will see you soon. Bye bye!